Hello and welcome to the Growing Green Landscapes Podcast with Jeremiah Jennings. While still in his early 20s, Jeremiah already runs a successful six-figure lawn maintenance company. Listen in as he and his guests share the things that have brought them success that can help you in your business. As a young entrepreneur in the green industry, Jeremiah emphasizes the tips and tricks involved in running a lawn maintenance business while discussing the principles applying to all small businesses. If you're wanting to grow, become profitable and professional, you're in the right place. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into the Growing Green Landscapes podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings. Thank y'all so much for tuning in today. I hope y'all have enjoyed the previous episodes. We are trying to bring y'all more content bi-weekly here, and I've really enjoyed it so far. And we're still coming to you from the Westin Hotel tonight, high above Huntsville. We are interviewing a lot of great guests tonight, and we have another one on here, and I'm super excited for this interview as well. This is Carlos, and we are super excited to hear his story and how he got started and what he's doing today. So, Carlos, why don't you just introduce yourself and kind of just dive into how you started and your story from where you got from where you started to where you are today.
All right, my name is Carlos Baltazar. I started off in 1999 in the chicken business. I was a manager for over 18 years. I started off with Pilgrim Pride, worked there for 15 years as a supervisor too. Then from there, I started up with a Lawncare service part-time in 2012. Then Marjack called me and told me that we'll pay you over $60,000 a year. 10% of what you make is going to be the Christmas bonus. And it was a good deal. So think about it. I was just doing it part-time and doing a manager job. I choose to go with more money to the poultry, and because I felt that was my career, and I had under me 7 lead people that used to work with me, and I used to work with 213 employees every day. But being in a business as a manager is, because you don't never know if they're going to show up or not, and you got to run chickens, whether you like it or not. You got to get them chickens out. But when I went to Marjack, it was a long drive. I leave at 9 o'clock at night. Don't come back to 10 o'clock in the morning because, when we finish our shift, we have to give the production a report every day. What is the percentage of man hours and how many employees and what did we did and did we met our expectation? So the first couple of days, years, I had fun, because sometimes I would joke around with my son, Juan, because he joined me in a supervisor in Marjack, and sometimes I tell him it's time to go play because I used to do it for fun, because I was making good money, and when you work with your mind and not with your hands, you're a success. But came to a point where there's a change of management, and he was one of them guys that, in life, you always get to a point where there's always a different treatment on colors.
Yeah.
So then I started thinking about, I've been doing this for so many years, and I'm the boss, but I still got a boss.
Yeah.
And so Mr. Baltazar, Elias, my brother, my youngest one, he told me, hey man, because when I left Pilgrims, I had 22 customers. And I just told him I'm not going to cut no more because I'm going back to the chicken business. But when I realized in 2018 that, you know, my dad is one of the guys that he dreams big, and he said, listen, man, son, you got a good career. You're a boss, but you still got a boss. You still got to report to somebody. Why don't you start up your business? Invest. And I know you're going to grow. So in 2018, you know, I made a decision and said, it is time for it. So I, you know, came back, quit Marjack, and came back with Pilgrims as a regular employee trainer, and give up all the management, you know, position. Then I start mowing again with the old Gravely that I had bought a couple of years ago. But when I came back in 2018, bought me 2 Hustlers, 1 Walker, 5 steel weed eaters, 1 commercial ager, and a Husqvarna ager, about 2 blowers, and I was ready.
So you invested.
Yeah, and
You
I wrap
invested a
up
lot.
a truck, wrap a trailer, enclosed trailer, and I was saying, Lord, if this is what you want, and my dad has blessed me, may your will be in me, you know. So we started as a part-time. I worked a night shift, started at 9 o'clock working in Pilgrims again, get off at 8 o'clock, change out my boots, go part-time to mow yards. Start out with 5, then 10, then 18. Then I asked Juan, you know, Juan was with me, my son. And we go and mow yards, you know, till we came a point where we end up having 30, 40 yards. So I talked with my wife and my dad, you know, even though I was old person, but we always involved dad in the business.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, hey, listen, it's time for me to quit the chicken plant and go full-time as a solo. So I went solo, cutting grass, leave at 8 o'clock and don't come back to 6 o'clock. But like you know, other guys mentioned a while ago, sometimes when you do a quality job, the people talk to their friends, hey, this guy does a good job. Why don't you hire him? Why don't he do your yard? So we start growing. And I start getting 60, 70 yards, and I couldn't make it myself. So I told my son, I said, listen, man, why don't you come and work with me? And we'll be our own business. We'll be our own boss. So 2018, I went full-time. And 2019, he joined me as my son, you know, because I just got 1 son and 2 daughters. And ever since that, I mean, this is our full year, full-time, and we have been blessed by the Lord because as of today, when I sit down and count my customers, I got like 125 houses, less than 2 years, paid off my machines, and bringing money at home, you know. And one of the hardest things that kind of discouraged me when I started, you know, think about it. You're working as a manager in the chicken plant to cutting grass and full of grass every day. And when, you know, every once in a while I hit with my coworkers and employees that I used to have, they say, what, man, you cutting grass? You crazy. But when I look at what I make every 2 weeks, sometimes I make it in 3 days, weekly, and this is what I say, hey, it's worth it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to give up. So I think God has been blessing us as the family and us, Carlos and Son Lawncare. As right now we are doing good. God is good. We're growing. And one thing that I have learn in life is when God blesses you, you bless somebody with what you get. I learned from one person one time, givers is a go-getters. So when people in church always say, hey, we need an offering here, or we need this, one of the things that I always learn from a couple, when you give, expect a blessing.
That's right.
And so I'm glad that I give up the management job, even though I wasted 20 years in a chicken business. I bought a Tacoma 2016. In 2 years, I put 110,000 miles in them things. It's a $49,000 truck.
Yeah.
And I look back now and I say, if I would have just stayed in the chicken business, I probably had already bought me another truck right now and wasted. But when you got your own business, I mean, it's more, you spend more time with family.
That's what I was going to say. This has been a blessing to you because you get to work with your son every day.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you get to see your wife and your daughters. And it sounds like you're not working terrible hours anymore. You get to work during the day. And it sounds like you're benefiting from everything that you're doing. So you 2 years, you went from 0 to 125 clients. That's crazy. That's some serious growth. So is it still just you and your son?
Yes, my son-in-law, every once in a while, like when he don't work, like this past week of 4th of July, he was off. He helped us. And what I do is I'm kind of like James. I take anything as long as I make money.
Yeah.
We cut trees. I got a tree service that I do, and I advertise it on Facebook and in our page. And this is where we make most of the money is cutting trees and some hardscape job and clean up. And but I'm thinking next year, if God keeps blessing us like He has done now, maybe next year we're going to hire another person. Because this is what I look at it. If I own my business, to right now, when we say, hey, let's stop, let's finish it tomorrow, when you own a business, you can say, hey,
you can do that, yeah.
Let's go home, But when you work for somebody like in the chicken plant, you might finish your shift. But then they say, hey, wrap up your paperwork and we're going to have a meeting, staffing meeting every day. So
they own you. When you're at that building, they own you.
Yeah. But today and this is, I love what I do, and I hear from Paul Jameson.
Yeah, yeah.
Cut green and make greens, and he's a good guy. And I don't mind being with y'all when we can, because I learn from y'all. And one of the things that I always say, and I learned from Elias, my brother, and he played a good role in our beginning, because when he didn't wanted to do some of the yards or he's full with his schedule, he said, hey, bro, you want to go cut this yard, or give this estimate. If you get it, it's yours, And I said, yeah, why not? And a couple of weeks ago, he, one of his lead person, Pedro, called me and said, hey, got a friend in Decatur, man. He got a commercial property. Go look at it, because we don't go over there. And if you get it, that's yours. And I went over there, and we got it, and because that's where I work right now. And one thing that I like from y'all is being in this business, it's not being in a competition with others, And I don't think, a lot of people come up to me and say, do you compete with your brother? And one thing that me and Eli, we learn from each other, because he respects me as an old brother, and I respect him as a younger brother. And being in the business for a good bit of time, we learn from each other, So, like I say, I learn from each one of the people that I meet, in the lawn care business.
Yeah.
And, like today, I learned from y'all. One of the things that I have learned from people is being humble.
Yeah.
Because out there, and like you said a while ago, you might walk in the store, you might see somebody that does the same business as you do, and sometimes you say, hey, and they would just walk out not answering you. And sometimes, you feel bad, but at the end of the day, hey, I'm going to do my business and I'm going to mind my business.
And that's on them. If they want to be like that, that's on them.
So that's how we've been doing, and our business is growing, and I'm very thankful to the man above because he has blessed us with our business.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, you already told me coming into this thing, you said, I don't talk a lot. We need to keep this thing short and sweet. So that's definitely what we're going to do here. It was fun meeting you tonight. It's fun meeting everybody in here. You got any last words you wanted to give anybody, any words of advice before we wrap this thing up?
Yeah, it's that I want to tell everybody that starts up in cutting grass or a landscaper. It might be hard for the first couple of weeks or months or years. But one thing that I have learned in life is never give up. Because sooner or later, you're going to meet the expectation that you want to, I've learned so many things about people saying, dream big. And when you dream big, God may help you with half of your dreams. So that's what I always, I look at it today, 2 years I already work by myself, pay my son, That's why I call my company Carlos and Son Lawncare.
Yeah.
Because, and hopefully, one day, we might end up having HOAs or commercial properties. But right now, we just got a couple of commercial properties, but we're doing more residential. And sometimes, when I drive by Killen, sometimes we see Ben. Because I met Ben not long ago. I met him about 2 months probably, So, but hey, I learned from everybody. And one thing that I would tell the people that is listening to us that does the same business that we do is if you're starting up your business and you might think, hey, I'm not getting that phone call. Nobody has called me to do the job. Don't get discouraged. Trust in the Lord, and the Lord will help you go through. And when I look back right now, I said, man, I wasted 20 years in the chicken plant. And here I am
for
right
what?
now.
Yeah,
for nothing. But when I look at myself right now, 2 years.
You're happy?
I'm happy. I can, I get to go see my grandson play soccer.
Yep.
But when I used to, 4 years ago.
No way.
No, it was impossible.
Yeah.
But hey, this business that we got, and thank you for giving the time with us and sharing this moment. Because, sometimes if you was to work with a boss or you have a boss, we won't have this time
That's right.
that we have right now.
That's right.
But we have this time right now because we are our own boss. We decide what to do and when to do it, So, Jeremiah, thank you for your time, and thank you for all the guys that shared this moment with us and came and have a good dinner with us. And I hope this is not the first time. I hope we continue to do this and grow.
That's right.
Because when I went to GIE Expo last 2 years, man, I learned a lot of things. I was excited to come back, and I said, hey, this is what we're going to do. And so learn from others. And I'm willing to learn. There's one thing that I know, I'm over 40 years old. I'm the oldest brother out of my 5 brothers. But there's sometimes we learn from somebody that has just start up their business, because everybody has a different mind, different thinking, you know. So, and I'm a person that has an open mind and willing to learn and willing to be successful in our business. So I think that's all I can say is always be willing to learn from others, you know, because you don't be like, I know it all, you know, because at the end of the day, man, if you think you owe that, we can fail.
Yep.
But when you're willing to learn from others and share ideas with somebody or help somebody that
build
needs
each
help,
other up,
man, you're going to be successful with them. So that's all I can say.
That's big stuff. That's big stuff right there. So, Carlos, where can we find you on your socials?
I'm in Facebook, and I also in Instagram. I don't use that a lot, you know, because I'm just a new person in the Instagram, but we are in there. But where I'm at in Facebook, we got a page there, Carlos and Son Lawncare, that is connected with my personal page. And one thing that I love is when we wrap up our truck and our enclosed trailer, sometimes we're on the highway and people are following us and say, hey, can you come and cut my grass right now? Say, if we got our open schedule, I say, why not? Let's go.
Yeah.
So they can reach me in Instagram. They can reach me on Facebook.
Instagram, same username?
Yes.
Carlos and Sons
Yes.
Lawn Care. Well, that's awesome, man. Well, I super appreciate your time coming in here and doing this podcast tonight. People are going to learn a lot from it. I know that. They're going to take a lot away from it. I took a lot away from it. This has just been an awesome night getting in here to sit in here with you guys and learn a lot and bring this quality content from our mouths to the audience's ears. And I just want to thank you again for coming on here and sharing your time with us.
All right. Thank you for your time, too.
You're welcome, buddy.
All right.
Well, if y'all enjoyed the show, like I always say, leave us those ratings and reviews. Leave us those 5 stars. They really help boost the podcast and social proof it and just make this community larger. And we're looking forward to growing every day and getting out here into the community and building each other up. We're going to keep bringing you this content twice a week here for the next little while. And I've really enjoyed it so far. Just looking forward to growing this thing. If you want to find us on Instagram, you can find us at Growing Green Landscapes. Screenshot the podcast if you're listening. Share it to your stories. We'll tag us, and then we'll repost it. We'll follow you, follow us, all that stuff. We'll grow the channel, and everybody will just benefit each other and grow together. So that's going to wrap this one up, and I think that's going to wrap up the series here from the Westin Hotel High Top Huntsville tonight. It's been an awesome time. I can't wait to do this again with some more guys here in the near future, and keep bringing out some quality content. So thank y'all for listening so much, and I can't wait to catch up with y'all here on the next one.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green Landscapes podcast. We know you have many other podcast options to choose from, and don't take it for granted that you chose to spend some time with us today. You can connect with Jeremiah Jennings at Growing Green Landscapes on Instagram or use the link in the show description. Don't forget to smash the follow button on the podcast and leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. We hope you crush it in your business and hope to catch you on our next episode.